Hello, students. Yes, I have come today with a very big news for CBSE class 10th students. Yes, your syllabus has been reduced. I know it's been 2 days, but I have come with a detailed analysis of all the subjects. It's a very big news. The reduction is quite in big chunks, right? So for this particular video, I'll be doing analysis for all the subjects. But for this particular video, we will be focusing on subject of maths, the most dreaded subject of, I know, many of the students. Okay, so now let's start with the analysis. Okay, just a second. Okay, so if you see, let us first start with the paper pattern and everything. Paper pattern is same, no change in paper pattern. 80-20-20 will be internal, 80 would be your external. Again, you have 7 units in maths. Out of those, the 7 units are retained as it is. There is no chapter deletion, but there is topic deletion in each of the chapters. Okay, weightage of each unit is again going to be same. Number systems 6 marks, algebra 20 marks. Algebra, it has 3 to 4 chapters in that. Coordinate geometry, again 1 chapter. Coordinate geometry itself 6 marks. Geometry consists of triangles, circles and constructions, entirely 15 marks. Trigonometry, heights and distances and trigonometry chapter. Identities part, again 12 marks. Mensuration, areas related to circles, and surface area volume 10 marks, and statistics and probability 11 marks. So chapter weightage is same, right? Now let us start with the first unit, real numbers. Chapter 1, real numbers. If you see, so this portion is the topics which are removed and this portion is the retained topics. Initially, this was the first and the foremost topic of this chapter was Euclid's division lemma. One of the most, you can say, complex or basically difficult to understand topic from this chapter was Euclid's division lemma and Euclid's division algorithm, based on which we were finding out HCF of two numbers. Okay, that entire topic has been totally removed. So it's a big relief for some students, okay, because this was a very big decision. It was one of the most important topics because, I mean, according to me, a 3-mark question and a 2-mark question was expected from this topic. A 3-mark question was short, right? It was a short question. Now this topic has been removed. Okay, so what all is there? So that means your exercise 1.1 is totally removed. You don't need to do it. What is remaining is very easy and very meager topics. That is like entire 50% of this chapter is deleted. 50% what is remaining is fundamental theorem of arithmetic. Now this is quite an easy chapter. You just have to see the prime factorization in the terms of 2 power and 5 power. That's fundamental theorem of arithmetic. That is there. Statements and work done earlier, and proofs of irrationality. That is root 2, root 5. Prove that root 2 is an irrational number. Prove that root 3 is an irrational number. Those topics are remaining. Again, decimal representation of rational in terms of terminating, non-terminating, recurring decimals. This is related to your 9th grade. We did that in 9th grade as well. So again, looking at the denominator, we can differentiate between. So these very meager topics. So the remaining exercises 1.2, 1.3 is there. HCF LCM, finding HCF LCM by division algorithm is deleted. You will need to find HCF if at all the question comes by prime factorization method itself. Okay, so no need to worry about that topic. Now, the second unit, as we move on to the second unit, the second unit is your first chapter, algebra, which has first chapter is this is your chapter number 2, polynomials. Algebra has 4 chapters. Chapter 3, linear equations. Chapter 4, quadratic, and chapter 5 is arithmetic. Okay, let us see what all parts are deleted in this. So if you observe in polynomials, chapter number 2, 0 of a polynomial is there. Relationship between zeros and coefficients is there. Only these. Now the third and the very most important topic was statements and problems based on division algorithm or polynomials. Very important. The entire application part of polynomial is not there. It's not there, right? Only how to determine the zeros of a polynomial, or what do you mean by a zero of a polynomial, that is there. And the relationship between coefficients, your ABCs and alpha and beta, okay, the roots, zeros of the quadratic polynomial. Only that thing is remaining. Again, according to me, 50% of the chapter has totally been removed. As we move on to pair of linear equations, if you observe, graphical method is remain. Again, graphical method is very important. One 4-mark question is sure shot from this topic. Okay, then whether they are consistent, inconsistent solutions, that thing is there. Algebraic conditions, there are two methods. I mean, you can solve pair of linear equations, one by algebraic method, secondly by graphical method. So graphical method is also there. In algebraic method, initially we had 3 topics: elimination method, substitution method, and cross multiplication method. Out of those, the first 2 are very easy. That part is remaining, but what is being deleted is I think a complex type of method for all the students, that is your cross multiplication method. Yes, cross multiplication method has been removed, and the entire exercise based on cross multiplication method will also not be there. Okay, I know many of you are very happy with this, right? So entire cross multiplication method has been removed, but application part will be there. Word problems will be there, right? So now as far as word problems are there, it is up to you whether to use elimination method or substitution method. That is according to the student, how he or she is comfortable with. Okay, moving on, let's see quadratic. So as far as quadratic equation is concerned, if you see standard form, we know ax squared plus bx plus c. This entire chapter I have covered in my channel. You can go through the episodes. Solution of a quadratic equation, that is by factorization using quadratic formula. Now again, something is missing here. Okay, the second type or solving a quadratic equation was completing the square method, and I know many of the students were getting confused in this part, right? So yes, good news, because this entire topic has been removed. Completing squares method has been removed from your syllabus, right? Now, again, as far as your situational problems are concerned, application part, only simple situation problems will come on equation reducible. Now, there was one exercise which was based on reducible equations. That means you here had 2 upon x plus 3 upon y equal to something, or 2 upon x plus y plus 3 upon x minus y, right? So you were going to substitute as 1 upon x plus y is equal to a, let 1 upon x minus y equal to b. That was reducible equations. Okay, that part was reducible. Now that entire part is not removed, but again, easy problems, okay, which normal average student can solve, that has been remaining. Okay, that is there. It's not totally been removed. So situational problems, situational, that means word problems based on reducible equation is not there. Okay, I think it's a relief for students, because many of the students who are not very good with maths, or who consider maths as a very dreaded subject, it's a big thing. Okay, only simple things are being taken care of. Right, now as far as your 4th chapter is concerned, your quadratic equations. So quadratic equations, if you see, only 2 topics. Oh my god. Most important applications of sorry, not quadratic, this fifth chapter, number 5, arithmetic. This chapter, arithmetic progression, it is very easy now. Yes, yeah. So if you see in arithmetic progression, the application part, this part based on daily life problem and based on sum of n terms, it's removed. Yes, there were 2 major topics in this chapter. One was finding out the nth term, and the sum of first n terms. So as far as finding out the nth term is concerned, you will have word problem based on this topic. But as far as the second topic, sum of first n terms is concerned, word problems based on this topic will not come. It will not come. Only I think they would give you A, they would give you D, and they would ask you to find the sum of first 50 terms, first 15 nth terms, basically. So only the algebraic part is remaining. Application part, as far as word problems were concerned, is not there. Solving based on sum of n terms, right? It's not there. Okay, moving on. Okay, then comes our unit number 3, coordinate geometry. Only one chapter in that, chapter number 7, which is basically, it should not be kept written as lines. It is coordinate geometry, the chapter's name itself. So you had 3 topics based on this: distance formula, section formula, internal division, and area of triangle using the formula method. Okay, so now this area of triangle method, which is again very important, is removed. Yes, I know. I mean, yeah, many students did silly mistake in this topic, because though the formula was easy, you just need to substitute and solve it. But again, calculations were there, and many even good students, due to time constraints or due to, you know, exam fear, they used to make silly mistakes in this part. So area of triangle, calculating the area of triangle based on formula when you know all the 3 vertices or coordinates of the triangle is not there. Only simple distance formula, simple section formula, that's it. 60% is there, 40% is removed. Good. Okay. More good news to come further. Now, when we go to unit number 4, geometry, we have chapter number 6, triangles. So triangles, in all, initially there were 9 theorems. Okay, if you observe if you have the 1920 syllabus PDF, 9 theorems were there. Now, in the new reduced syllabus, we only have 7 theorems. Okay, which theorems are removed? These theorems are removed. So the theorem based on areas of 2 similar triangles, again, which was supposed to be one of the most important theorem. Why? Because it could have easily, like BPT, basic proportionality theorem, and this theorem was short questions, or any one theorem was expected in the board examination, this way or that way, right? But now one theorem from that is areas of similar triangles, or ratio of areas of 2 similar triangles, it is not there. That entire derivation or the entire proving of that theorem is deleted. Again, yes, we have Pythagoras theorem, okay, proving of Pythagoras theorem, but proving of converse of Pythagoras theorem is not there. So that is a 9th theorem. I mean, out of the 9, only 7 are retained. 2 theorems have been deleted: areas related to similar triangles, and secondly, see, the square on one side to the sum of the squares of the other 2 sides, the angle opposite is a right angle. So this was the converse of Pythagoras theorem, which is not now there. Okay, even now proving is not there. Just, I mean, remember, it's not that all the questions based on this theorem is deleted. Questions are there. You need to understand the theorem properly, though you don't need to learn the proving part, but you need to understand the theorem conceptually correct, because questions based on this theorem will be there. So it's not that that entire part is deleted. It's not like that, because this is supposed to be one of the most important topics of the triangles part, right? It is not deleted. Only the proving of theorems has been deleted. Okay, so be clear with it. Even Pythagoras, there are many problems based on Pythagoras theorem, and even application of converse is also there. So proving of converse is deleted, converse of Pythagoras is deleted, not the entire topic. Okay, so be clear with this. Okay, so now then comes your chapter number 10, that is circles. Again, circles, yeah, as circles was a very easy and a very small topic, could have been completed in 4-5 hours. Very easy one. Right? So both the theorems, there is no change in circles. Okay, so as far as circles is there, there is no change, no deletion in circles part. Yes, again, easy and a scoring. So you can expect 4-mark questions from circles, and it does come. Every year the questions are there from the circles part, which comes in the 4-mark section. Right? And both the theorem, again, as now areas related to similar triangles theorem has been deleted. So chances are there that any one theorem from these two will come. That is, this one is quite important. Both your theorems are very easy as far as the proving part is concerned. So length of the tangents drawn from an external point are equal in length. And the first theorem, which is there, that the tangent at any point on the circle is perpendicular to the radius through the point of contact. Both of them are very, very important. Okay, so focus on these areas so that you can score marks easily now, because scoring marks this year is very easy if you do it sincerely, right? Let us move on. Okay, as far as construction is there, again, if you see the number of periods, initially, the number of periods were 8, and now they have reduced the entire chapter by 50%. Only 4 periods are remaining. Why? Because one of the most important topic, that is construction of similar triangles, is removed. And many students, I know, they faced problems in this area. And again, I mean, though the second part, that means drawing tangents to the circle from point and side, this part questions did not come in the board exams, but a short 4-mark question was there on construction of similar triangles, right? It has been removed now. So you know what to focus on this chapter is division of a line segment is very easy. Hardly a 2-mark question will come from that. But now, tangents, drawing of tangents from an external point to a circle is there, and I think a 3 or a 4-mark short question will be there in board examination from this topic, right? So if you can see over here, so this construction of similar triangles is being deleted. Yes, I know many of you are getting very happy with this, because 50% chapter have been reduced. There's nothing to come, and construction of tangents is very easy. If you just, I mean, hardly if you solve 3 to 4 questions, you'll get the hang of it, and it's very, very easy, right? Okay, next we come to one of the most important topics for 10th standard as well as your 11th and 12th, that is trigonometry. Okay, I don't think there should have been any deletion in trigonometry, because trigonometry is your base for your higher grades, even for physics. Though some people could have dropped maths in the 11th and 12th grades, but physics is a compulsory subject. You cannot drop physics, and physics is entirely dependent upon trigonometry. You'll get to know. Yes. So as far as trigonometry is concerned, obviously the basics of trigonometry, ratios, acute angle theorem, all these things are there. Okay. Now, ratios, whichever are defined from 0 to 90 degrees is removed. This was a very important topic. And I would suggest, though you are not preparing this topic from exam point of view, but please learn that table of 0 to 90 degree of all the 6 ratios, because, I mean, if you learn that table, values are hands-on to you. Okay, and this has a very much application in your next chapter, that is heights and distances. Heights and distances entirely related to that, right? And there's no deletion in heights and distances. So I would suggest, please learn that table. Okay. It's very important. There shouldn't have been any deletion from this part. It's not good. Anyways, again, complementary angles, again, it's deleted. Complementary angles also should have not been deleted. We know what are complementary angles. When sum of 2 angles is equal to 90 degree, those are complementary angles. So now this will be a big setback for students who are not going to take maths in their 11th and 12th grade, because in physics we have, I mean, we in many ways during derivation of many formulas, complementary angles are used, and unless the basic of this thing is not there, you cannot do the derivations in physics in higher grades, right? So this was, I mean, as far as, I mean, according to my analysis, this shouldn't have been there. Anyways, we cannot do anything now, but I would suggest people who are interested for science 11th 12th grade, please go through the chapters. Okay, in my video lectures, which I'll be uploading on my channel, I would cover up both the topics, because I cannot leave those topics. These are, I mean, the basic ABC of trigonometry. You cannot. Okay, so can refer that. Okay, Then next part, very important, the identities part. Yes, three identities are there. Sine square plus cos square equal to 1. 1 plus tan square is equal to sec square, and 1 plus cot square is equal to cosec square. So all these simple identities are there. Okay, there is no deletion from this part. And I'll tell you the last exercise of this chapter. Okay, the last fourth exercise of trigonometry chapter, introduction to trigonometry, chapter number 8, I think 8.4. Learn that, learn in the sense, practice that exercise up to such an extent that if any question comes from that, even in your dreams, you are able to solve that, especially the proving problems which are based on the identities, right? It is very, very important. And proving questions do come, be it 2 mark, be it 3 mark, or be it 4 mark. Even your 1 mark MCQs will have proving problems. Okay, LHS equal to RHS. So, now as 50%, both two important topics have been removed. So now you need to focus only on the proving part, because first part, the ratio part, is quite easy. Okay, that will be taken care of. But now the proving thing is very, very important. And I think a 2 mark and a 4 mark question based on the proving part will be there. Okay, fine now. So the next chapter, heights and distances, no, angle of elevation, angle of depression, there is no change in that. It is as it is. Only one exercise is there, and again, it is based on the application of trigonometry, which would be quite easy, right? Okay, now as we move on to our next unit, that is unit number 6, mensuration part. Okay, areas related to circles. As far as this part is concerned, many parts are there. The last part, okay, the last part wherein combination of figures are there, and you need to find area of segment based on, you need to find area of segment based on these two things, area of sector and area of triangle. So out of that, the area of triangle, which involves theta of 120 degree, because that was a little bit complicated and it made the length of the solving part very much. So that part is removed. Okay, only which has a central angle of 120 degree. Problems based on central angle 120 degree is being removed. All other topics are kept. Okay, good, fine, not a problem. Because this chapter is again calculation based and very scoring chapter. Now the next chapter, chapter number 13, surface area volume is concerned, the crux of the chapter has been deleted. Okay, what is remaining is your total surface area, curved surface area, volume of all the 6 figures that you have already studied in your 9th grade. Cube, cuboid, cylinder, cone, hemisphere, and sphere. So only combination problems related to these will be there, but the main crux, or I know many students face difficulties in learning the formulas, that is frustum of a cone, a topic which is very close to me. I know, I love that topic, but that's been removed. That's been removed. Cannot do anything. So this was a frustum. Radii 1, radii 2, this was the height of the frustum as a bucket. Removed, totally removed. No need to that entire exercise and entire all the 3, curved surface area, total surface area, and the volume of frustum, slant height of the frustum, no formulas. All those 4 formulas are not there now. Yes, but again, a good opportunity for students who face problems in doing these, and who have not learned, you are bad at learning the formulas, good for you, right? Okay, and problems based on mixed, when you melt something and convert into another thing, though the dimensions change, but volume remains same, right? So that part is there, combination is there. That's an application part, and again, interesting, easy. Not, there's nothing that you cannot do in this. With practice, everything is possible. Statistics part, yes. As we go to statistics part, mean, median, mode. Okay, these 3 topics we did in 9th also. Okay, but the difference was we did it in ungrouped data, right? Now in 10th standard, we are going to calculate mean, median, and mode for group data, when the data would be grouped into different class intervals and the frequency will be calculated like that. So now for finding out mean, we had three methods in 10th standard previously. That was first was the direct method, second was assumed mean method, and the third was step deviation method. So out of the three methods, the third one, which was again a little complicated, the third one, step deviation method, has been removed. You don't have step deviation method. Be happy. Yes. So step deviation method has to be avoided. Nothing is there. Okay. Again, a question which was short for a 4-mark question, that is cumulative frequency graph and the Ogive curve. Ogive curve. You had to plot this on the graph and the curve, less than type, more than type. This was the crux. I mean, this was where students need to worry about, or students had to practice a lot for the Ogive curve, because many of them got confused which was the less than and which was the more than type. Not there. Not there. Seriously, it's not there. It's been totally deleted. Nothing is left in the chapter. It's hardly 30-40% that you need to do over here. So that's a very big thing. Yes. Probability, no change. There's nothing in that chapter as well. Probability, hardly 2 hours is more than enough for this chapter to be studied. And again, that's it. That's the entire analysis for all the parts which have been deleted from your class 10 maths syllabus. Okay, so if you see, okay, so in a crux, I would just, these are all the parts which have been removed from your current 10th standard mathematics syllabus CBSE board. Okay. Next video, I'm coming out with the same type of detailed analysis for science subject as well, social studies as well. Okay, so stay tuned. We'll do that. And again, there is big news in science subject as well, because many things which were very difficult initially is not there now. Okay, hope you liked the video, right? And you understood what to focus on now and what not to focus and how to study, right? So leave your comments. If you're not understood anything, post it. I'll get back to you as well. Thank you. Bye-bye. See you soon.